What is good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is JustClark, and today we are back with part 4 of my rendering practice series. So, by the way, check out the first 3 episodes. So today we're going to be working on more advanced rendering, like detailed rendering on the body. So I'm gonna be really practicing details on the feet, body parts, armpit, booba, thigh, and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's get fucking started. So to start out, I obviously gathered a bunch of references from IRL stuff and also from artist works that I really like. Their links will be in the description down below as usual. So pretty much like I have references from other artists to see how they render their parts, body parts, and also I have IRL stuff that I can go off of where I will stylize it myself and that kind of stuff. So we got a mix, we got a good balance. So after that, I then started off by breaking down each and every single reference photo that I gathered into simple lines and shapes, like for the feet, a circle for the ankle joint, then a little triangle-ish thingy for the heel, as well as the hood of the foot, and then a big group shape for the little toes, and one little egg-looking ass thing for the big toe. So yeah, for the bottom of the foot, there are a few more shapes that I put. So we still do have the same shape for the heel, just in a different perspective. But then we have the top part of the foot, like the muscle on your palm that connects to the thumb and another to the pinky. If you check out your hand, like right now, go look at your hand right now. Then we have a little dip in the middle between the heel and the top part of the foot. And look at your foot. Alright, I'm stopped. I also did some studies for the stomach, the tummy, whatever you want to call it, breaking down the simple shapes and muscles and all that stuff. The abdomen, we got the obliques, like the little waist part, and like the ribs, that kind of stuff. So yeah. I then also moved on to the arms and the back as well. The main thing that I realized is that the armpits are accentuated by the connecting muscles from the biceps and the triceps, and it's like, it's like a diamond-ish shape, and there are a bunch of other muscles that help emphasize that, like with the lats, like the little back muscles that give you that V shape. So yeah. Also, there are like lines created by the biceps and the shoulders in certain angles. So just knowing that helps me make more sense when and where I'm drawing those lines to really... yeah. Then for the back, same thing. I'm still figuring out the best shapes for the shoulder blades and the rear delt, but I probably just need to look at actual anatomy, which I did after that. But pretty much I didn't worry about the names of the muscles or anything. I'm just looking at the surface of the muscles, just the surface muscles that exist there, and observing how they connect with each other. So yeah, I started feet and armpits for hours. That's the key, so go do that as well. After the breakdown both the images and mentally, I then put the muscles on the bones, as they say, but I probably butchered it. As I was putting the muscles on, I did start to do a little muscle marker thingy where I highlight areas that will help me remind myself that these areas are separate, and it then just becomes kind of a game where I connect these little areas together like, like Legos. A pro tip, this is why you guys should exercise and work out. Well, I'm not saying that you don't, but if you aren't, you better get started, because you can then use yourself as a reference better. Ha! Look at that. Life hacks. So I had good knowledge of the muscles because working out, I had to learn a lot of what muscles work in certain exercises and certain movements. So if you want to get better at drawing and also get fucking jacked at the same time, there's this life hack for you. Thank me later. Anyways, after that, I practiced coloring and rendering it. Fucking finally, this is what y'all been waiting for, rendering. This pretty much helped me see the body in a more complex way, but also being able to feel out the bumps and the beeps and the boops around the body, and breaking down little parts helped me be able to connect the parts without drawing like a big ass circle for the torso first and then connecting the shoulder kind of stuff. I could just start off with the shoulder immediately. And being aware of the underlying muscles has really helped me keep the body from looking flat as fuck and look more realistic and believable, and makes you wanna lick. I'm out. Fuck.
Take a walk at the park, don't remember where I started. Sky getting dark, but the air is warm and calming. Skip, hold your head and mind so tight, sky is clear, so the stars are smiling down on us, grinning ear to ear. Just walk at the park, don't remember where I started. Sky getting dark, but the air is warm and calming. Skip, hold your head and mind so tight, sky is clear, so the stars are smiling down on us, grinning ear to ear. Just walk with me, there's a lot going on in my head, but when you're around there's a lot I forget, and I always remember the things that you said when I feel torn up. It's for us when the clouds all blush at once. I know I've not been much like sunshine lately, but I'll get better soon. I don't know what to do, dressing for a funeral. I've always been so blue, and it's been a couple days that I don't know how I got through, but I try my best to smile, and when I do, you do too. Let's watch the sunset in the park. I don't wanna make your days dark. I'll let this make me strong and smart, and I think I'll be fine. Take a walk at the park, don't remember where I started. The sky getting dark, but the air is warm and calming. Skip, hold your head and mind so tight, sky is clear, so the stars are smiling down on us, grinning ear to ear. Just walk at the park, don't remember where I started. Sky getting dark, but the air is warm and calming. Skip, hold your head and mind so tight, sky is clear, so the stars are smiling down on us, grinning ear to ear. Just walk at the park, don't remember where I started. Sky getting dark, but the air is warm and calming. Skip, hold your head and mind so tight, sky is clear, so the stars are smiling down on us, grinning ear to ear. You make me feel so safe in town. I hate when you're not around, so baby, won't you visit me sometime? They don't care about my feelings at all. I hear them talk behind my back, and it just makes me feel small. I said fuck you, you're a fucking poser, you just talk tall. When it's really me and you, then we should talk more. I think it's time to make a change and try to start again. Let's take it back and make a mess, so we'll be better friends. Baby, look at the sky tonight, it's alright when you hold my hand. When you hold my hand, we could walk it together forever, and love it will never end.
And I'm back. Honestly, it looks a lot better now that I'm looking at it with a fresh mind, clear mind, fresh eye, and all that stuff. I just used 2 layers of color, 2 tones. I still have all the sketchy shit, which makes it look horrible or annoying to look at, but there are a lot of stuff that I'm trying to improve coloring wise, and that's like, because if I use like 2 colors in here to render out like details instead of using like the first color, this one, I feel like it's gonna look a lot better. So color choice is still something that I'm trying to get better at. For the lines like here, I'm trying out different methods. I'm trying out either if I use like a blend tool to bring out the line. I'm using a mouse, so there's no pressure sensitivity, so I'm trying to see if I should use like a blend tool for the lines like that, or maybe I should use like the finger smudge tool. I'll probably apply that in future illustrations that you guys will see. I didn't do a character illustration for this one because there's so much. Like, look at this, I've colored all of these. I got pretty tired, I don't want to burn out. Breaking down this part was pretty tough, not gonna lie, because in the reference they were very lean. Right. So I still don't know the best way to render that out, so I just blurred a lot of it. It doesn't really make much sense, but I'm just gonna study more on the shapes of the abdomen, the abs. I'll figure that out along the way. Then we have thighs, and biggest thing here is there's like a bunch of muscles that's wrapped around the thighs and all that shit. So it's a lot more complex than what we think, but it all depends on your artistic decision whether you want it to make it look a lot softer. You only need these two parts. This basically, I think these are the hamstrings connected to the knee, and then this fatty area right here, like this inner area here, and then this is like the muscle, and then we moving on to the arms. But I pretty much figured out here, and also I had the same problem with the feet. I'm still figuring out the best method to kind of render out some lines. I don't want to overdo it as well because it just looks weird. It looks like a fucking worm. Pretty much in between the bicep and triceps, there's like this little split in between them, and that's where the armpit is created. Well, not created, but like gives the tail and stuff like that. And we have the lat, then we have the shoulder. So this is pretty much that armpit area. We have the tricep here and a bunch of different angles. Obviously, you want to work on both the left side and the right side. The tricep is a lot larger than the bicep, and then it kind of tapers down actually into right here, and then the bicep is like it kind of tapers into the shoulder a little bit, and then boom, like that. There are some like poses that really help show it a lot better, and especially this one of my favorites. Like, let me turn this off. Like, look at that. This really shows tricep right here. Got the bicep. It's not showing that much, but like I said, like this is where the bicep kind of connects with the shoulder, and it makes that little fold thingy here, which gives those lines. Then we have the pectoral, shoulder, pectoral, and then the booba. Then with the back, there are, oh my goodness, yo, I like this. looking at this now, I really like this. I love backs. Backs are hot. So we have this, which is pretty much the spine. It really looks 3D, and I'm really happy with it. And there's like a little dip here. There's like a muscle here. Got the shoulder, scapula, whatever. The traps, not those traps, but these traps. We have the rear delt and then the side delt, but I pretty much just mark the shoulder as one big muscle. Tricep, bicep, forearm, all those kind of stuff. Like these little triangular things, those are like the hips. The oshiri goes inwards, not outwards, so it's the silhouette, it has to be a lot flatter, but inside that's where the thickness comes out. And then we got the quads right here. The quads go outward because we gotta remind myself that there's this little fat area right here. Then we have like the knee pit, and then the calves, and then the little shin. I'm not sure if it's the shins. Then we have the heel, and then the foot, and all that stuff. And then just a bunch of like more practice on different angles. So you can see I wrote like ribs, obliques, and then same thing, just like more perspective wise. And yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little something, or maybe a lot, because I learned a lot. Go follow me on Twitter, go check out my Pixiv, go check out the artist's Pixiv, and leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.